7 years ago, the students here at Fairport Harding participated in the first Fair Poet contest, created by our illustrious and generous alumni, Mr. Hank Waring. In the future, we are hoping to see this contest continue to grow in size and become one of the most premier writing contests held within a school in Lake County. However, today we are going to humbly recognize a few of our present students who took it upon themselves to create art of the written variety within the boundaries of this year's topic, which was chosen by the members of our English department: the past, the present, and the future.
It was my apology, though. I would like to introduce my co-host, Miss Charlie Holcomb! Some students took a literal approach to the topic, and some students took a more abstract look into the topic. However, our poets chose to write about the same theme. All students wrote from the heart, and each poem that is presented today is truly a reflection of who they are as individuals. Every student should be proud of the work they have created, and I speak on behalf of the Fairport Harding English Department and Literacy community panels who helped with the judging process when I say that this year's selection of poems was the most difficult group of submissions to narrow winner down in the contest's 7-year history. First up, I would like to introduce Olivia Feebig. Olivia is an 8th grader here at Harding. She is a member of our cross-country team and also an auxiliary member. She loves hanging out with her friends and messing around on her phone. Her poem is titled Trapped in Time.
Trapped in time. Time has trapped me. I am stuck in the past. I've been losing time without knowing. Stuck in 2019 when it is 4 years more. Haunted by the time I am stuck in, not seeing the light of the time I am now. Thinking I am still young, but now I am old. Feeling a part of my life has been taken from me. Why don't the things I want to change, and the things I don't want to change are stuck in one place? Just like I am stuck in the past. I am stuck on a rock underwater, not able to breathe. No one can hear me. No one can see me. The future may come, but I am stuck in the past.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Christian Mendoza. I think Christian might be a favorite. Christian is an 8th grader at Fairport Harding High School. He enjoys playing football and lifting. In his spare time, he loves listening to music. His poem is titled Evolution.
Evolution. Billions of years ago, our solar system had birth, in which it provided our beautiful planet Earth, from which she became raw and nothing more than soil, to which we now use its sulfurous oil. From the planet we cherish and nurture and soothe, to our now tough is beaten and bruised. Soon in our future, we hope to see our Earth restored to her originality. Although not every day is April 22nd, may we continue to love our green-leafed heaven for this place we call our planet. We love it in our past, present, and future.
Next up, I would like to introduce Nicholas Merson. He is a three-sport athlete at Fairport. This year he played football, basketball, and baseball. Outside of school, he loves to just hang out with his friends. His poem is titled The Book.
At first, the book was not bent. You open it up, and it has a fresh new scent. You stick your nose in and take a whiff. You flip the page, but the book is stiff. After you spend time in the teacher's class, you open it up, and it smells like the behind of a donkey. The pages are darker, but it's still good. You read a page, and it reminds you of your childhood. You think to yourself, this book will get old one day. You should probably just give it away. The pages will soon croak. Soon the pages will be broke.
Next up, I would like to introduce Anthony Sullivan. and this is his second year in a row placing as a finalist for the Fair Poet Contest. He tries to stay busy outside of school, and in his spare time he loves exercising with dumbbells and playing video games. His poem is titled Isolated Nature.
Isolated nature, nature untouched at its best, remaining throughout time's test. Lonely in the woods, a small clearing, filling those who pass with glee. As time flows and cities grow, a home is built under the moon's glow. Roots collapse beneath its foundation, nature lies within, awaiting liberation. As years pass, abandonment settles in, outgrows the hidden nature within. As seasons pass by, nature, the home is retaken. Decades in the future, nature's return is unshaken.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Nathan Werner. Nathan is a sixth grader here at Harding Middle School. He loves to play basketball and is fond of playing video games. His favorite game is Roblox. His poem is titled What We Were and What We Can Become.
Where we were and what can we become? Where we were was such a blur. It happened so fast that no one knew the mass of what we can be. The hope to be free was the first thing we thought as we vowed to live. A little gift, that one would be a start. The work not knowing where to turn. That we yearned for an idea. Finally, here we go. It'll show. But I'll take it one step at a time. There's no need to rush. There's a little learning to fly or falling as we learn everyone to start to build. We become what we wanted to need indeed. Here we are. It was a long road trouble. Yet we have come a long way. No one knew. Said we didn't make a mistake. Here we are traveling along. Time created new things as we can see. Here we are going 1, 2, 3. Good citizens is what we need as we make social government a big part of abilities to be able to challenge injustice and help to enable fairness. We are getting better. I CSE hold out a loving hand to prove to me that anything is possible because there's first step to clearly. Everything is becoming so clear yet since I can see the crossing of kids as they wed in our different in conclusion, what we can become. I see the cup half full, but I'm thirsty and want more for all. We all find technology is a personal thing. Let's recognize, talk, face or face to take nature, whatever is a place our future sees is space in us. Making bigger moves. Who knows what they can find being nice. We always want the big things, but I want perfect fairness, kindness. But remember, it only takes one person to try, so trust.
Now, before we move on, I would like to personally congratulate all these middle schoolers here for going out of their way and making these poems. They were all absolutely amazing. I wish I had the poetry skills that they did, and then, these guys are going to be coming out here with money, with prizes today. That's really awesome. They're really on a good path in life, especially with poetry. So we can get a quick round of applause for them. Well, next up, we're going to announce the old people. And to do that, we have my friend, Miss Carly Holbrook.
Fair Poet finalists. First up, we have Gabby. Gabby is a senior at FHS from Italy. She's a foreign exchange student, and we're so glad she came to visit us this year. This is her poem titled My Present.
Gaia will be proud to end up when she dreams she would be. She, shy and full of dreams, eager to grow up and explore the world.
who couldn't wait to acquire independence, but that she was afraid to move away from her family. Gaia, who didn't speak much, who played with her little brothers and dreamed of having a dog. She, who before going to bed checked that there was no hiding in the dark under the bed. She that every night waited for the bedtime story and dreamed of becoming a pianist. Little Gaia has grown up now. She's not a little anymore. And now that she's living the future she dreamed of, she would like to come back to when it was just a dream. A return to lightheartedness, excitement, and feeling protected and safe in the arms of her parents. Now she's gone. She left her friends, home, and family for a year, and she lived a unique experience. She discovered what lioness is about, what it means to have to manage alone, how difficult it is to make friends in a world where no one knows you and you don't know anyone. She understood that talking is always the solution, and how difficult it is when you can't make yourself understood. She discovered how different the world is, that American isn't all like in the movies, that people are different too. She has learned to appreciate a somewhat strange culture, on which place less importance on physical appearance, and that she eats pickle more than drinks water. A cute culture that dreams a lot and does everything to make their dreams come true, where kids are thinking about the future from an early age. The distant future that little Gaia has always imagined has become present, and every day, every hour, and every minute becomes the past. The future catches you before you expect it. It becomes present in no time at all. It's like a wave you see in the distance, and which, if you're not careful and jump when it arrives, will make you fall. Today is yesterday's tomorrow. Now is the future of the little Gaia, and it's her present. Even if little Gaia has grown, she still has a long road ahead. A road she runs along, where she doesn't see the end, and now doesn't even see the beginning anymore. A road that doesn't know where it will take her, and one she can only imagine. Gaia now continues to dream, think about the future and plan it, but unlike when she was little, she knows that it's not far away. The plans change, but you can decide whether to reach your goals, and that it's time to determine it now, every moment and every second. Then now is the future, and we must live every moment of it.
We have Parker Malkamaki. Parker Malkamaki is in 10th grade at Harding High School. She's a varsity football and basketball cheerleader. In her free time, she likes to read and nap. A highlight for Parker this school year was watching the World Cup tournament and seeing Argentina win it all. This is her poem titled An Ode to My Sister Quinn.
To my sister Quinn. Then, I was 8 and a baby sister sounded like a chore. If I'm being honest, I didn't like her too much. From the crying to keeping us all up at night to me not being a baby anymore. Now, she is 8. She has the attitude of a teenager, and that's probably my fault. I wish she could stop growing. I wish I'd been nicer to her, but I was too naive. Now, she's getting older and more like me. Future. The potential she has is infinite. I could see her doing anything and still being great. She could be an artist or soccer player. She could be a drummer or an entrepreneur. I hope she stays as bright as she is now. I don't ever want her to blur. I love you forever and always, Quinn.
Okay, next up we have Katie McBride. Sophomore here at FHS. She's a member of the marching band and concert band. This is her poem titled All Good Things Must Come to an End.
All good things must come to an end. That must be where childhood ended. The countless nights spent running around outside, catching fireflies in old jars with holes cut in the top. Sleepovers with friends and getting carried in from the car when he fell asleep. It's all just a vivid memory now. We should have cherished those moments more when we didn't stress back then. Our only stress was, is Mom going to let me sleep over at their house, or the spelling test every Friday? Nowadays, we stress more and more over things such as that big test in English or graduating. I long for those days. I'm not ready to grow up anymore. When we were younger, we wanted so badly to be an adult, to make our own decisions. But now that I'm closer to that future, I'm terrified. Back then, we had ideas of careers we wanted. Doctor, teacher, vet, artist, or singer. Now most have no idea what they're doing after graduation. Sooner than later, we are to graduate, get told to get a job, or go to college. Some even do both. We soon will be on our own, unaware of what's to come next. I'm terrified. I'm not ready to grow up quite yet. I understand why our parents told us to stop growing us up, telling us to stop growing so much and to slow down. I wish we could have listened. I want to go back to that past, have all these experiences again. I'm not ready to grow up quite yet. I guess this is why they say all good things must come to an end.
Okay, next we have Hannah McCulley. At FHS. She participates in the Fairport Auxiliary, the FHS Theater Department, and also Power of the Pen. This is her poem titled The Moment.
The moment. We spend too much time dwelling the past and too much time dwelling the future. We forget about the now. I'll think of what I should have done. I'll think about what is to come. But never the second I sit in. Sure, it's good to remember the past and good to prepare for the future, but what's the point of life if you don't live in the moment?
All right, next we have Maverick Piotrowski. At FHS. He attends Auburn Career Center in the morning for the EMS program. Maverick is a two-sport athlete. He participates in football and basketball. This is his poem titled Inspired, Defeated, Resurrected.
Inspired, defeated, and resurrected. A beam brightens the day, a bond burns like embers, spinning those wheels of desire. Time stands like an hour hand, gazing, gazing, gazing in one's eyes, patiently waiting on cloud 8.5, looking for a cloud 9. Smash with a clashing bullet hole, crash, crashing, crushed. As the bond set afire, extinguishing passion, incinerating words, the trust and understanding shattered. Further gazing from cloud 3, 2, 1. Still patiently waiting. From the ashes, looking for the brightening beam, igniting those embers, feeling that fire, as the second hand takes faster to the heart, mind, and soul, touching cloud 9, just waiting for the sign, butterflies and bees, yellow bears and honey, floating to Oregon on my mind.
And then I want to call back my co-host, Diesel.
And I know my beautiful face just got back up here, but now I would like to call Mr. Campbell to the stage to present the awards for the middle school finals.
Start with our runner-ups for 4th and 5th place. Olivia Phoebe. And Christian Mendoza. Our 3rd place middle school finalist for Fair Poet this year, Anthony Werner. Nathan. Our 2nd place, Nicholas Merson. And our 1st place finalist for Fair Poet this year, Anthony Sullivan.
The performances were brilliant today on stage. I'm very proud of all of our finalists. It is my duty and honor to present our high school Fair Poet finalists today, the winners. First, we'll start with the runner-ups. Again, this contest, I did not judge it. I would never want that job because this is one of the hardest jobs to find the winners. We're really proud of all of our contestants. And the fifth place runner-up is Hannah McCulley. Fourth place runner-up is Katie McBride. Third place winner today, winning $50, Gaia Catalano. Second place winner, winning $100 today, Maverick Piachowski. And the 2023 Fair Poet finalist for the high school, winning $175 today, is Parker Malcolm.
Thank you to all poets involved in making this contest so special. A huge shout out to our judges, Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Markowitz from Fairport Harding, as well as Ms. Rice and her team in the library. Furthermore, thank you to our alumni sponsor, Hank Warren, for everything he has done to continue to inspire our academic community to continue to write poetry. We would now like to call Mr. Warren to the stage for a few words to announce his choices for honorable mentions.
Good morning. It's been several years since I've been here, so many of you may not have seen me before. 7 years ago, my classmate inducted me into the Fairport Hall of Fame. You see the pictures up by the gym. And I was moved by that, and I wanted to do something for the school. I talked to the athletic director at the time, and he said, well, why don't you help build a new stadium? And I said, that's an interesting idea, but it was a little bit beyond the scope of what I had in mind. I had played football, basketball, and ran track when I was here. And then I met Mrs. Knight, and I said, well, I have a crazy idea about a poetry contest. Would you be interested? And she said, sure. She got a group of students together, and we helped design the program, which is now in its 7th year. And as you can see from our logo and pin, we aspire to have the best program in the state of Ohio. And that's a high goal. We're probably close to that right now, because when you talk to other young people, as I do, they say, do you write poems in your school? And most of them do not. So it's kind of a special opportunity to get a little experience in writing poetry. I have to say just a word about why I think this is important. All of you who have written poems know that to write a poem, you have to choose your words very carefully. And you have to communicate an idea, a vision, a feeling through those words. And it's not easy to do. And if you practice it and do it a lot, you'll get better at expressing yourself in other ways. And I know in my business career, my ability to write and express myself and be creative has been very important. And so I think this is a lifelong skill that you can get some practice on now. I wrote a poem for this year's contest, and I was thinking about the idea of the past, the present, and the future. We sometimes use the words for the past then, for the present now, and for the future when. So my poem is called Every Now and Then. In a moment, what is now will soon be then. What now is when may soon be now. Until then, it's then. When the time is right, then it's the time to do it. And I've read every poem every year. And after I read the poems, I think there are some that have appealed to me that might not have been selected finalists. And so normally we I choose some people that I think are worthy of special mention. They also get a cash prize. Normally we do 2. This year I couldn't quite sort it out, so we're going to do 4.
If the following students could come on up to the stage. Brooklyn Pacino. Isabella Wood. Angela Fornes. And Charlie Holbrook.
Let's go, Brooklyn!
All right, I know the honorable mentions are a little nervous to get up in front. We are going to read a choral reading here. And they did win $50 today for their honorable mentions from Hank Reardon. So Brooklyn Pacino's up first.
Brooklyn and I are going to read this together. The past.
The past is what makes me me. The now is who I chose to be. The future is what I cannot see. The past. If the past could be changed, it would not exist. The past is filled with pain, the present with opportunity, and the future with uncertainty. The past. The past was time. The past no longer exists. The past left. Every time you make a mistake in life, that is the past. Every time you take a step forward in life, that is the future. The future will be too. Then it will become the past. The past.
7. Terrific.
Okay. Warm sun on your face, scabs on your knees, bare feet, sweat-slicked hairs on your forehead. Your mother calls your name. PB&J on Schweigel's bread, tap water in a colorful plastic cup. Sticky hands, sticky smile, washed away with a cool, damp paper towel. I love you, honey. Cool breeze in your hair, riding a bike no-handed down New Fourth. Crooked Tooth smile at the friends riding beside you. You're heading down the beach hill now. Both hands on the bars now. It's steep here. Fun. Your shirt and shorts are soaked from jumping off the pier. Converse spilling with sand on your ride home at dusk. I didn't tell you you could swim without an adult. Snowflakes falling on your hoodie. Converse soaked from the slush in the driveway. You pull your heavy bag over your shoulder. You're driving to school now, mom in the passenger seat. Old enough to be a junior, to be looking at colleges, to be deciding your future, but not old enough to have a license. You need to slow down on your right-hand turns. Rubbing lotion over the now scars on your knees, shoes on or not, probably Converse. You're 20, in college, or 30, married, or 40, your 2 kids entering middle school, or 50, your kids graduating now, 60, 70, grandkids getting bigger now, 80, 90. I love you, honey.
Field of flowers, bright, colorful flowers, pink, yellow, and white. As the petals fall, I wish I could forget. As the flowers start to fade away, I wish the rhythms could go away. Flowers bloom all summer long, and I feel soon fade away. Life is like a flower, it blooms until it can't. The dream to run in a field of flowers and forget. All the beautiful flowers seem to be special. I would daydream about a specific rose. If I let the rose die, I had to let it go, so I did.
Wisteria. Then she was a seed, planted in fresh soil, warm as the sun shining upon her. Fresh rainwater showered her with joy. Each day she became more beautiful than the last. Now she's a strong tree with small flowers on the branches. Small, beautiful flowers,
A light lavender, almost white. The flowers dance with each breeze, petals falling to land on the soft bed of grass below. Though as the time goes on, those lovely lavender flowers fall, leaving nothing but hanging vines, taking away all the beauty that was once there. They will bloom once again, for in the future summer will stop by, and the tree will be beautiful once again, dancing with wisteria flowers.
I hope all of you will write poems throughout the year. One of the poems was to a sister. You can write them to friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your parents. I wrote a poem to my wife when we got married. It's a lot of fun. And once you do it, you'll get better. And you have to write them and get feedback on them in order to improve. So congratulations.